Um, the time is ticking already, guys. And I want to just give a big shout out to everybody who dropped comments. The compliments are overwhelming. And the truth is, sometimes, it's hard to just say goodbye, but the good part is you got to set a legacy. And like I said, we're all still in the business. And for everybody just taking this as a challenge, it's a good thing, right? And we cannot always have a show without the superstars who made it happen, who made the music, who dropped the hits, who always has worked hard just to get on, right? The music is beautiful. And I like what Afrobeat has done for the past few years right now. And it's just unimaginable. And I think today will be a groundbreaking conversation I'll be having because for one reason, I have never spoken to this guy before, right? But I think I have. I've never had an interview with him. But, I'm a big fan of his music. And I think the last time we saw was at the TBS at Rema's show. And he said something to me. He said, boss, you've never interviewed me before, right? And I said, listen, guy, I know that for some reason your music is magic. And I'm not going to wrap up my pie or my lifetime on the radio. This has to be one of the reasons why to cap it up. Because for me, the beautiful thing is he did a show last year, right? And the turnout was good. The love was crazy. I heard about it. But, it's not even about that. A few things happen, right? A few things happen, but that's what we'll talk about more about. But the good thing is, the best way I can say it is I'm grateful to have you back. He never left. But, hey, he understands what I mean. We're going to go into that conversation. But when it comes to a musician who definitely is very intentional about what he does, you can pick him out of the crowd. You can tell from his music, from the name, how he pens his songs. You can tell sometimes he feels like a guy in his own world, a trance. But for some right, we can connect to him, right? And he's right here on your number one hit music station, Superstar Wednesday, because he has made a lot of great records, right? I'm talking about the one and the only Diverse is in the building. How you doing, G? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Big Chief. I'm doing all right.
Welcome to the show.
Super excited to be here.
I'm hyped up to talk to you too as well. And I don't know how I missed it. I've not missed your music. And I know it's something I know we rock to every single time. But the most beautiful part of it is, I don't know, I've missed the fact I've not spoken to you before.
I'm honestly just glad I get to do this before you finally
He has to be on the record, right?
Better late than never.
Yeah, sure, he has to be on the record. And the timing is good as well. And that's why we need to go back to that conversation of, people keep asking questions. And I think sometimes when it comes to our growth, we don't always want to touch on certain things. Yeah. But before we go on, guys, you're locked at 96.9. You can watch us live on www.coolfm.ng. Join the conversation on the social media platforms at Cool FM Nigeria and drop your comments. I've got Diverse in the building, and then you can keep the questions coming. But now back to the conversation, Diverse. What I was going to ask you was simple. It felt like it was a time of recess. The music was buzzing, right? Yeah. And then he was like, when he had that fire, there was a recess. What happened?
So it's more like the same story that a lot of artists go through in the industry.
Record deal?
Yes, a record deal. So I kind of had like a bad deal.
Let's keep that right.
Okay.
We got that right. Let's keep that. We want to go on a break because, I want to have a wholesome conversation with you. And this one is going to bang, right? We'll be right back. It's your 96.9 Cool FM. Diverse is in the building. Don't touch that radio.
Yes, sir.
Listening to your number one hit music station.
96.9 Cool FM.
It was like a sign of fresh air, a sound that we all connected with. And then Diverse was like poof. So before we went on the break, you were talking about the record deal, right?
Yeah.
So are you going to take us through it?
Well, there is much to it, but to summarize it would just be that, I got into a bad deal, and when you get into a train that is not going to that is going to the wrong direction, the earlier you get off, the better. So I had to just stop, make sure that I settled every other thing that I had to do then to be able to to fully come back and say, okay, I'm back now. I don't have anything, that I have to go back and sort out. So I don't have anything to fight while I'm dropping music. But it was not exactly an easy journey, because in that time frame, it's not exactly easy to just go off and then come back in the Nigerian music scene. But
so when, you see,
basically just grateful to God that this,
for just the purpose of people who are listening, right? What you call a bad deal might be a good deal to some people, right? So that can be relative. What exactly is a bad? Why would you say it was a bad deal?
Okay, it wasn't a bad deal as per the contract, as per what I signed.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all human beings. At the end of the day, you sign stuff on paper, and then you deal with the people after you sign.
Crazy.
So it's more yes, I signed something on paper, and that the way it's supposed to be on paper was not how it was in real life. Because as at then I was still in school, so I was still trying to shuffle school and music at the same time. So I let them handle a lot of things, and then I found out that they were mishandling everything.
How many years did you sign?
It was supposed to be, I think, 3 years, because it was a management deal.
Okay.
But then there was a little, okay.
There were clauses in there.
There were clauses in there, and there were sentimental values attached to the management, because it was I saw them as my guys. I saw them as my team, my family.
But that switched up.
Yeah. So,
when the music pops, when the money starts to ring the bell.
And then I saw something else, and I'm like, okay, what's this? And I started seeing some show of, I wouldn't say it was they were, I don't even know what it was at the time, because it was just okay, this is not the way it was before. And things have changed now, but I didn't change. You guys did. So why is it like this? What's going on? I didn't get any valid explanations. In fact, there were no explanations, to be honest. I was just supposed to do as I was told. And it wasn't a label deal. It was a management deal, so I was kind of supposed to be in charge. But I let them handle it. But then again, I wanted to know that, okay, even though you're handling it, I should be in the know. I should be in the loop with whatever it is you're doing. But I just see
especially when it's something, because that's also your investment.
Yeah, and then I just see things being done that I have no idea about, and then I hear stuff that, okay, they've done this, and we're literally living in the same house, but I did not get any of the information beforehand. It was I just saw it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then opportunities that I was supposed to have, as at the time that my song popped, at the time I was supposed to leave the country. I got an invitation to leave the country, but they turned it down without even asking me, without even letting me know. I don't know. I would say maybe they were scared that probably somebody else was going to take me from them or something. I honestly do not know why they did that.
But if you have a contract and you are invested in something, I mean, it's an investment.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, in my head, I'm thinking I have a stake here. So I have to put money into it for it to grow. I have to do the right things for it to grow. Mm-hmm. But like I said, some people sign because they love the idea of music, not because they love music. They love the idea of the craft, not because they love it. So then when the challenges and things you need to do and situations starts to happen, they can't really deal with it. So I get that. But you know what? That's all about the bachelor. Let's come back to the conversation about music. I see that you have a rather relationship, your song, with drugs. Now,
my God,
you have a way of connecting your music and then it's drugs conversation. it's like your song sounds completely different from what the name is. It's the same thing, but you have a representation of human beings as drugs. Why?
Well, at the time, that was the would I say the most relatable way to explain what the song was supposed to be about. So it's more like a love song.
Yeah.
But then to a lot of people, love is like a drug. Like some people are like when you're in love, it's like they say you cannot advise somebody that is in love because
Problem.
you and the person if you go even fight at the end of the
Problem.
day. Do you understand? So it was more like an addiction, but not the usual one. It's the love type addiction. And so because we had seen how
Diverse. I
some of
think
those
for
drugs
every
used to
interview you
affect
go
people.
for, you need to bring your friend. The guy they lost. I'm looking at it.
But yes, that was because I went through something like that.
Yeah.
I went through something like that. So every time I make music, I always try to make it from experiences, either my experiences or my friends' experiences or just stuff that I've seen or that I've watched or something. I always like to tap into that experience.
Yeah.
So as at that time, I was tapping into my own experience, but I wasn't going to just go straight into.
Are you clean now?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Oh no, I didn't do drugs
Oh,
then.
okay,
No. I was saying like the.
When you said, listen.
Oh no! So it's like I was in love, like properly.
Baba, you
And
got
then
to
the
see it.
feeling, the feeling felt like when they finally just like took the love away from me. I was like, I didn't know what to do with myself anymore. So it was, I could see because I mean we all see like the effects of.
How you?
drugs
I
on
mean, the
people
truth is,
and when they
it's
try to
like
withdraw.
we've been never done that. And
Yeah.
you know, imagine you being with someone, and then I understand completely what you're saying
Yeah.
because
So
that's
that
why I
was-
wanted to
that
clear
was
that.
the best way to
describe
explain it in the way that like Nigerians want to listen to it. Because whenever somebody sees a song titled Colorado, they want to. What's this thing I'm talking about? What's this bro talking about? And then they go and
Say he's Nigerian.
so-
Say those with drugs. Let me just
say no
clear
to
that
drugs,
up.
please.
Say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs.
All right,
Say no to
however
drugs.
you want to see this in your mind, listen. Say no to drugs. You don't want to go there. Trust me, man. And that's why I wanted to ask that question. I know people you've got in those questions because I always don't think about it. Why the
People always
representation?
ask me if I do drugs, to be honest, because of the songs.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
drug
It's the
Colorado
same
and then I
way.
drug cocaine.
We're like that. It's the same way people look at me when I perform on stage and like, Baba, you did take something.
Yeah.
It's just Nigeria is very Africans. We stereotype everything. Everybody. You know, they don't believe that somebody can be rare and different. Nah, everything's a stereotype. You know, it's crazy, and that's how we are, right? But it's nice to clear that because the truth is, going back to the way we represent things and say, man, that guy bad. That guy bad means the guy is good.
guy is
That's
good.
what he
Exactly,
does.
exactly.
But Nigerians see that so now bad boy.
It's just good.
I understand what you mean, but it's a good feeling, right? Thinking about where you are with your music, and I like where you are now, right? I think was your last show in December. Was that an eye opener for you?
It was a huge eye opener for me. I was really nervous about that show because I wasn't sure that I would have that much of a turnout like that. I wasn't sure that much people were going to like come out for me. And to see that was a huge eye-opener because then I finally realized that, okay, I do have a solid fan base that I can, like, continue to grow with. So, yes, it was a huge eye-opener for me, if I'm being very honest.
Well, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. And there's no way in the world that if you think about how we've grown this craft, you always have to think about how far you can go. But sometimes, there's a creative block, or, sometimes it's how to get your community to listen every single time.
Yeah.
I think you have a community of people that listen to your music. Yeah. What do you call them?
They're my clan.
Hey, the clan.
Yeah, they're my clan.
So are you saying that some people that they kind of always disturb you for music? Do you have people like that?
Yeah. This nigga. That's one of them.
He presses you right.
Always.
So do you pace yourself?
Yes.
You seem like someone that don't really like stress.
Not like I don't like stress, but I've learned to handle the pressure that comes with it. Because if I'm being, if I look at when I started like making music, I've been doing this for at least 6 years. So I've learned that, okay, if there's literally nothing that you can do if it's not time yet.
Okay. I
So
think
I've
we need to
literally
go on a
just learned to
break
handle
very
the pressure.
quickly. We need to go on a break and we'll be right back on the show. like the fact that the conversation is a lot different right now. And I say the storm is over, right? That's the best way I could put it.
Yes, sir.
It would be nice to make a record like that, you know. Storm is over. Listen, guys, how do you guys do it? How you guys even sing? Good. What's your first connection with making music and singing?
Experiences, to be honest. Like, just how I feel at the time.
So what was the first people, like the first connection with music? First place you performed, you know. Were you ever booed off stage anytime?
No, I was never booed off stage. The first place I performed was in church, to be honest.
Okay, church.
The first ever song I made was a gospel song.
What was the name? Holy Ghost.
I didn't name it. I just did it in church because we used to have these things we do on Fridays.
Yeah.
It was called a youth Friday.
Okay.
So we just come together, all the youths in the church, and just show off.
Were you a show off?
Nah, I wasn't. I was always just hiding. But then I just decided, was there? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And then everybody liked it, but I didn't name the song. I didn't do anything with it.
So are you independent now? Or not
to completely? To a large
completely?
Extent, I would say. Not completely, but to a large extent. Yes.
Because, you know, I can imagine the type of trauma from signing a deal that never worked. Yeah. So imagine you see pen and paper now, you might be frightened.
Not exactly frightened, but just more careful.
So what's different now?
What's different is the people I work with now, I'm working with them on like plain terms, like not I'm not overly sentimental about the work that needs to be done.
So
as opposed to before.
So I mean, I heard from the grapevine. Are you with Empire now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. But is it publishing or distribution?
Distribution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because now, man, it's different. But you know the thing is, when you start having these conversations, so this is a weird question, right? Mm-hmm. You know, when things like this start to happen, well, it's good, like you said, it's a management deal. So they don't have control of, do they have control of your body of work?
No.
They don't?
Yeah,
okay.
Just distribution.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Because now, the thing is, when that starts to happen, some things start to roll out. Yeah. You know, but that's not happening anymore.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Because like the way I work with them now is more on a like purely business phase. The way I was working with them before
was based on friendship and relationships.
Yes, like with the former management.
Yeah.
It was more of, okay, they were my guys, but then again, I saw them as my guys, and I was living with them. So it was more or less like whatever they said I should do, I would just end up doing.
Okay, your guys can sometimes know your guys.
Any power
not my level.
over anything.
Yeah, but now it's different. Now the conversation's a lot different now. Yeah. Now I'm gonna your top 5 collaboration that I love to see, and we're gonna cook that together now, right?
Okay.
I see you making a record with Omalay.
Hell yeah.
I see you making a record. See, this is the A&R done here right now. Yeah. This one, they never pay me for it. All these two companies are just there. Say, I want to come to Nigeria. Listen, this is how it's done. I got that right?
Yes.
A diverse Omalay, because I see in that demographic.
Yeah.
Another collaboration that I think will work magic. You, Diverse, and Qing Madi.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes.
I got that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You definitely
Now,
did.
this one is like almost going to take you out of your comfort zone, but it's going to work magic because this guy can flip it around. He can move things around. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about a Diverse and Wande Cole.
That would be a dream come true. That would be something I've been looking forward to for the longest.
See free and
that would be something I've been looking forward
3
to
songs
for
done.
The longest.
Now, another one that I think will work, and I feel like this would be on a level where I feel like it is necessary because, I mean, they say for the culture, right? Yeah. I see Diverse making a record with Asha.
Oh. These are people that I used to listen to while I was a kid. So it would be on some OG level thing.
Yeah.
It would be like when she's recording, I may just lay down on the floor and just be letting her do her thing. Because like she's like I don't know how to describe Asha. I have all of her CDs from back then. They're still in the house till now. Like my room,
Wow.
in the house, like
Yeah.
my room in my family house, I painted a lot of nonsense, but it was majorly like Asha, all of her songs, like I wrote it
Oh my God.
word for word, everything on the wall.
I feel like this is something that can work. I feel like a record with Asha can work.
Asha would bang.
Yeah. Another one I think, and I feel like I'll probably let you pick the last one, but I feel like this will be another amazing song if you get that done. This is an international collaboration.
Okay.
Diverse and Teddy Swims.
Oh.
Okay. So anybody, whoever you're working with, I think that you need to think about that, right? A record with you and Juan Nicole, record with you on my late Diverse and Teddy Swims. Diverse and I mentioned Diverse and Asha and
King
Diverse and
Qing Madi.
King Madi.
Yeah.
Bruh, drop that as an EP. Banga. See your guy. You can say,
I'm speaking all of it into existence.
yeah,
It's
and it can
pumping.
happen because Diverse. Your music is distinct. Now it's not like you're making a record. I feel you make records that everybody want to be on. So, but this is like a comfort zone that if you play with it, nobody's gonna. It's untouchable. It's untouchable. And I think
Thank you.
also this time, this thing's all boiled down to collaborations. I think Nigerian musicians need to collaborate more. It's annoying when I see, apart from the fact they fight themselves, I see two people that I know if these two make records together, put their differences aside, they will make a lot of money. The guys that got it right that was smart was Buju and Ruga.
Yeah.
You see, that body of work was amazing. Yeah. So I don't understand what they're doing. Sometimes I just see people sit back and think, oh, no, those people, I know my people. I'm like, listen, take out everything aside and just make music. Collaborations like this, crazy. Let me just tell you this. You'd be amazing. Asha needs someone like you on a record. Because that's where, I mean, you're not going to be boxed. I mean, it's not like you're going to get into mainstream. She's done a lot of records with a lot of people. But that's a different type of style and sound for her. She's still going to be in a comfort zone, but then you guys are mixing something and it's moving magic.
I don't even want to say what I would do for that to happen because
you don't even need to shoot a video for it. It could be an acoustic version of it. Just make sure you drop the song and do an acoustic version of it. It's magic.
Make sure I drop the song.
I mean, once you drop the song,
It would drop.
Listen, Asha and Diverse. See, I've already seen. I think I've spoken it into existence. For everybody who's listening right now, this is for free. Because I always say this. Listen, there's a lot more I've done for 20 years that, without even there's no dime for it. But listen, I feel good when the culture grows bigger than that. Nigerian creatives and artists need to collaborate more. And Diverse, you are an amazing musician. And people need to start working because, listen, you make music for a type of demographic that is out of this world. So your music is a song that, I can get in a club. Anywhere in the club, any kind of party. It could be a pub, it could be me walking into a mall, and then I could connect with it. But there's a time for your music, your type of music, when they're all in that zone. Yeah. And then they just want to feel free. Yeah. And then you drop a Diverse song, it bangs. And there's always that time in the club. I mean, from a DJ's perspective, they know this, right? They'll go up, they go down. It's a time they want to keep it simple. They want to keep you the ease. Drop a Diverse song, it works.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's how we wrap it up on the show today, right? Thank you so much, Diverse, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm grateful that I'm able to do this with you on a day, Friday, I'll be dropping the microphone, and that's it. But, thank you for coming on Superstar Wednesday. It's a flagship show for you guys who have made the market industry, beat the odds, and then, you sit on that chair, you are a superstar.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Any words you want to say something quick?
Well, at this point, I don't know if to say congratulations to you but 20 years is such a long time, and I just want to say thank you for everything that you have been doing for the music industry as a whole. Because it's not just one artist you're doing it for; you're doing it for everybody, like tons. And 20 years It's such a long time.
I'm sure it is.
20 years is such a
Sure,
long time.
and that's why I tell kids out there, start young, please. You know, sometimes I'm looking at things and I think, I should have done that. But I realize
I'm a little tempted to ask how old, because you don't look like you've done this for 20 years.
yeah,
You look like,
bro, I clocked 40 last year. So sometimes people tell me and say, oh, no, but I clocked 40 last year. And I just made up my mind that, you know what, 40, 20, let's just wrap it up. I started pretty young, but I mean, I wish I started at the time whiskey started. and David Doe and all the rest. But, you know, that's me being selfish, right? But, I mean, I started pretty young.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
And that's how we wrap it up on the part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, expect the Ox Ladies coming. I've got Kelechi Aslan's coming. Kemi Smalls will be on the show as well. I've got DJ Rabbit, always on, swagged out. The gears never stops. You know, we have to wear our best clothes to come to work. Problem. We'll be right back in the show. Don't touch that radio. a talk at a school one time. I think it was Corey Bailey's school at the time. I think that was the first time I ever met you. But I mean, I used to listen to her on the radio back at CTFM, and she was the only person who always stood Dan Foster up at the time. Very bold. I'm like, who is these rats? But you know, but for the right reason is, I think. I mean, I work with Dan Foster, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I heard Dan on a different station with someone who had a very, you know, captivating voice. And then she just knows how to ask the right questions. And then sometimes, you know, Dan, who is in his own element, I'm like, this is a Gen Z that needs to get to the next level.
Oh, my God.
Always putting it down. And I'm like, you know what? I think there was a time I reached out and I'm like, it would be nice for you to work here. Right?
You know what? That's so... First of all, yeah, this is Kemi Smalls. And everything that Dotun said is fact.
She didn't let me finish. I was going somewhere.
There you go. Yeah, go. Get there.
So, you know, the thing is, and I said, you know what? I think this person will be fantastic to work with us. Now, at the time, Kemi was one person that had already had, you know, our position in the industry. Like, she's a complete industry baby. Let me explain what that means. When you want to drop a new song, you call her first. She's one of the few people you talk to first. And then, you know, she brought this vibe of you might have a song and you've kept it. She tells you, I think this one works. She was one of the people that you know, and on the minds of everyone, Kemi is always the first to know who's hot and who's not. So you know what? I just stay in the background and say, this girl, she's bad. And then guess what? You guys saw a platform that has grown, you know, the biggest stars that you see now, right? If you have not heard about the Basement Gig, everybody you see that is big now was an underground show that she created with Osage.
Yes.
And it's become an element, a platform that has grown a lot of superstars that you can never imagine. Underground, just people in their raw form, right? Mm-hmm. And listen, from that point, when they told me, oh, she will be working with you, like, oh, yeah. Now I can get in ahead, you know. I've always been a fan of your work and who you are from afar. I'm grateful to have worked with you. And she was my co-anchor for a few years on the show, right? And before they took her away from us.
They took me away from you, Doctor, but they could only try.
Ladies and gentlemen, I call her a career queen, right? And what that means is, you know, small lion. I've got Kemi Smalls in the building. What's good? How you doing?
Dr. Moti, I have cried, man. Sheesh. This, like... I don't like this type of sad things, you know. My heart has been tugging. And yes, y'all, everything that Dotun has said is facts. Actually, Dotun was the first person to call me to come work at Cool FM. Yeah. But even before that, he always used to tweet. You know, he'll make tweets and say, I like this person. I like this person. I like this person. And so when he hollered at me and said, come to Cool FM, you were the reason why I came, actually. I was like, okay, if Dotun says I should come, I guess it's a good place to be at.
It was tough convincing you.
I know.
Kemi's small but had a big heart, and she's stuck on what she wanted to do. But, you know, I just felt the timing that you came was the right timing.
Yes, you were persistent as well. Tammy also made a couple of follow-up calls too. So, yes, thank you for that because, I mean, it marked also a turning point in my career as well. I'm glad that you called. I'm glad that you made that phone call. I'm glad that I made that decision. But then I also want to say that it kind of just tells the kind of person that you are. I most people might not know, but you're really soft and really kind and really warm. And you go all out for people, especially your people, right? When you love your people, they know. There's no doubt. Like, we know, like, okay, if Dotun has my back, Dotun has my back. I'm very confident in the fact that if I'm not in a room, you say great things about me.
Thank you very much.
You know, you open me up to opportunities when we're at events and I spot you, I say, okay, I'm good. If I look around and say, oh, Dotun is in that corner, yes, I'm good, because I know that you're going to make sure that we're okay. Okay, alpha, you know, and I just know because I know that you have my back. Even when my dad died, you showed up at the zoo. You asked me if I needed any help financially, and you know, everybody was sending their notes and everything, but at some point it will die down. Everybody will get back to their lives, but you kept on asking, Baoni momsi. My sister had her surgery as well, you sent her a direct message. And so it's just like a testament to the fact that you're a kind person. I know on the exterior, on the outside, when you're doing energy, God, back, big, hey. But like underneath it all, I think that you're super warm, you're super soft, you're super kind. You're always willing to help, even if it's like by supporting a brand, by playing somebody's music, by saying, Kilo Shele, do you need something? And I really love that about you as well. I want to also mention, because, a lot of us are going to be talking about how, like, great you are on radio, and there's no doubt about that. You're like an icon. You've been doing this. You do it well. You've put so many people on. You've influenced so many lives. It goes without saying. But, like, I'm just focused on, like, your person as an individual. And I feel like you're a great person. I hope you know that. I hope you feel that. Sometimes it might feel like, you don't get the credit that you deserve. But trust me, the people that love you, we love you.
Thank you.
And I also like how you're so, like, invested in being a better person. You guys will just come and say, she tutunele. Which one is this one? Is this new sneakers in the outside? Let me see. Me like last. You always want to be on job. You want to know what's happening, what's new, what's fresh. You're keeping yourself abreast. You're like, malosi gym. You started going to the gym. You're working out.
Oh my goodness.
You remember when you first showed up and you had your hair dyed? I said, that's a wow. But I like it. I like that you're invested in being a great guy. And I wish you all the best. I mean, you're my friend, so I'm still going to be seeing you. All this one is just for office.
I mean, we still
day together, but I'll still miss your energy. There's something about your energy in-house, bumping into you at work, venting to you at work, telling them, I'm hungry. You know what I mean? And also, like, you stand up for what you believe in as well. It's always great to have you around. When you believe in something, you're 10 toes. It's like this is, and you speak your truth regardless.
And the crazy thing is, you are like, so I think I kind of resonate with people that have the same type of energy that I have. Because, Kemi, you're also a very kind person. And I feel like people don't have no idea what you carry sometimes. Because, you are a family person. And since when Daddy passed, you stepped in so well. I see how your sisters, you can tell. You look at them and like, I just want to be like this girl. It's hard sometimes, but that's one thing I picked from you, because it's crazier than everybody thinks. And that's why it's nice that sometimes we need to tell our stories sometimes, because everybody just thinks it's Gucci, but it's not every time, right? But we just got to keep going and keep moving. But, as a colleague of mine and as a sister of mine, you've been there for me. Thank you so much. Listen, if you want to hear, every time you say, that's why you don't sabi these songs, let me not lie to you. You see this girl, Kemi just knows more songs. I was like,
just come and hear this guy.
No, Oxley has some new songs. In my mind, I pretend I know. But most times that information I get it from Kemi. Kemi knows what is hot and what is not. So when she came on the show with me, a lot of things changed. I realized that you cannot be stuck in your ways. This girl came with a different vibe, and I had to jump on it. I remember the first time you first came, we had a small fight like that.
Yeah, we did.
I'm like, what did they worry this one? And I realized that, she's very intentional about her truth, and she's very knowledgeable. When it comes to music, she's very knowledgeable. So I had to take those steps back and say, I'm going to learn from this person. And we became not just friends, became
You're my family, man.
Right?
Like, see, that video always says, remember there was one time, it was like the show, everybody used to come and, like, settle problem. Do you remember? That was like, we were just like, Ubi came. Richard came. And I was just like, man, I'm just on this show to play music, man. Now I'm like judge and jury. And Dotun, you like all those kind of, I say, hey, what's your go? I just want to say this is the best new song, go. But here I am.
Goodness.
Oh my God, that was a time.
It is, and it's a pleasure. I cannot replace what I've shared with you guys with anything, especially few people like you. It's great. It's great. One of my great colleagues that I've worked with. I mean, you changed the game, Kemi. Listen, I think this is going to be the same case when it's your turn because I feel like, listen, ladies, I mean, we're going to talk to one of the superstars that just walked in.
Yes, we
But I'm
will.
sure he has performed at the Basement gig before.
Have you? Has
Yeah.
He has.
So
Yes.
there is no start. Let me tell you, okay, there was an era, and that's his own era, right? We're going to talk to him pretty soon. They came with a different style. So it's like, we were so stuck on the Two-Face nice. We're so stuck on the Orisha Femi. And then these guys just came with a more chill. So, you guys started an era where you guys brought the sound down. Everybody needed to relax.
Chill.
And then, the word you said, chill, kids like, you guys will be chill. That's it would be chill to go.
Go to work, come and have a good time. Calm the energy go, but
But
calm
now,
down.
man, I'm chilled. And look at the pace now. That's the pace
relax,
now.
man.
Relax, just have fun, enjoy some good music.
It's been an honor, Do2dtun. Thank you so much. Thank you for that phone call that, made me end up here. Thank you for being a great colleague. Thank you for being a good friend. Thank you for being family to myself and my family. My entire family appreciates you. I'll miss you right here. I have cried my tears. I will not be crying on the radio. But I'll see you around, man. You're my guy. So
Thank
we're
you
just
very
inside
much.
here now that I know Do2dtun. It's going to be an obvious void.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
cannot say that there won't be. There will be an like somebody is obviously missing, and we love you. I hope you feel
so
that.
much.
I hope you know that.
I feel that. I think this is like it's a roller coaster emotion. I'm grateful for everything, right? And Kemi, thank you for even stopping by. You guys can tune in 30 minutes. You'll be on the road show. So you know what? I mean, listen, I'm going, but Kemi's here, man. Okay, getting back to the music, right? I'm sure you got some hot tune coming up. Next up, I call him the Songintu, right? There's many reasons why, right? Confidence in his heart and his voice. We'll be right back in the show. Don't touch that radio.
Compromising $500,000 on the coupe.
I give you my touch. I pass on, I want you to be my team. Nobody else. Interesting.
I'm spread it with dollar. If you need some sexual healing, just
Well. I mean, I think for everybody out here, there is a growth, organic growth of music that you must love. Now, with this next person, he embodies every single thing. First of all, he's one of the few guys that started a community fan base where, you guys, you want to love everybody else, but I got people who lucked with me, right? I had a manager who always comes and says, Baba, there's this guy they call Oxlade. He said, Baba, you see, even nobody they rock with him, leave him. But you see, we die with him. I said, okay, so that kind of makes sense. He had a community, and now you see everybody now have it now. But he had a core community of people that love his music, and he delivers it to them, right? And now he just grew from that point, and you can tell that someone who just understands the sound, he sticks with it, and he's very, very connected to what he wants to do, right? And I think that for me is the confidence of an artist, confidence of music, how he plays it out. And guess what? He has made one of the biggest records in the last 3 years now. Whether you like it or not, is always on the map. And just recently, he dropped another song that I think is going crazy, a little fair with Sakodi here. Now, I think you guys need to go and take out time and listen to the Oja album again. Everything about it was someone who really connected with his sound, roots, and so many great music on it. Now let's believe about the body of work. When he comes to put him in a boat, he's going to make a hot record. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the one and the only. Oxlade is in the building. How you doing, G?
No, I'm blessed, man. I can't complain.
You cannot even complain. I mean, look at you. Look like a bag of money.
Amen.
Bro, Oxlade, you are always fresh out.
You know me.
Bro, man, I'm being honest.
Likewise.
I'm being honest. I think for me, you have surpassed many things, and I know expectations sometimes can be pretty high. I see that recently you're doing a lot of live shows now, right?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on? There's something cooking, right?
I did my first ever world tour, 40 cities.
Wow.
It was crazy, amazing, hectic, and needed. And I'm grateful that I could surpass that with my debut album. And I just need to let people know that this P is not.
It's not play.
It's not studio P. Real life. Yeah.
It's not because the thing is, there is a difference when it comes to live performances. They have respect for setting people in that light, and I think seeing the things I've seen that you did, and you majorly just focused on that last year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, doing 40 cities, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I know you were in Canada. You were in the UK.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I want to pitch this again. I mean, this might seem crazy. Which all the fans really caught your attention?
Like
in different, touring the year. There's a different vibe in different cities.
Every city has its vibe. That's the craziest part. But like Boston was different. Massachusetts.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I can't even pronounce the word completely right, but like it was different. Toronto was crazy. Montreal was crazy. Paris was crazy. UK was crazy. Honestly, yeah, I just realized that, doing a personal like headline tour makes you understand how much your core fan base actually got you.
So you might find them be far away, and it's just you taking the music to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so so sometimes did you experience a lot of shock?
Every show was a shock for me. It's like, like, discovering even some cities while on tour, because trust me, you can't really know everything.
Absolutely.
So discovering names of cities and realizing your music has traveled to those places before you even had the visa to get there.
Crazy.
It's a big flex, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it cuts it these days, because you realize that, I mean, you have to go to where your music plays.
Definitely.
What's the difference with Dare going around in Nigeria? I want you to be very honest.
There's really no difference, honestly. There's more similarities than differences. The similarity is the genuine love I get from people appreciating my music. But the difference is there's no C finish out there. So it's like...
Yeah, I like you to speak on the English. Come back home. I mean,
you understand?
You finally got to where I was, because the truth is, I mean, think about it. Here, it's almost like, okay, now I kind of.
Man, you get me, like.
But I always say this: it's not a reason to disrespect your own.
Yeah.
I think that's where we sometimes we can be quite crazy. It's like when they say that at home you're not respected. I mean that's for everybody. That's for every king, anyway.
Every craft, every world, every field. That's what it feels like, honestly. But you have to love your own regardless.
It's like the prodigal child, actually. I get that. Because Nigeria, see finish, man.
100.
I mean, if you think about it, you're for music-wise, right? I'm trying to bridge it, because I know there's always a difference. Is there more ease when you were there or here?
Should I say the truth, or like?
Don't be politically correct. You can't be professional, right? We're speaking and spitting as it is.
Honestly, the diaspora held me down than my own people. Honestly, but my own people know the truth. So I'm good.
I get that. Yeah. I get that.
They know the truth, because, like, regardless of quote and unquote nonchalancy that comes with it, they know this boy got it. So, like, that's really what matters. As long as they know I'm good.
and you see, the weird thing is, just imagine somebody just came from nowhere and said, no, Oxley is not good. That's why you know that you have your people. They are mad.
Yeah. Oh,
they will chop you raw.
Yeah. Real life.
So this is the feeling. It's a tough love.
Yeah,
he's our child. We can abuse him, but nobody else can.
It's just like family. Like, your brother can fight you, but if anybody comes in between that fight, you're done.
Problem.
Yeah,
I think that's where we stand.
Yeah,
it's toxic love.
Nigeria.
It's toxic love. Oja. So the thing is, I've sat down and I realized that Oja is an amazing work.
Thank you.
Do you feel like it reached its full potential? Offer, sorry.
Yeah.
Offer. Sorry.
It's calm.
Offer.
Yeah.
Do you think an offer means that's like arrow, or that offer is arrow?
Yeah. Music is the weapon. Fella said it.
Do you think offer reached the potential? Because let me tell you one thing. It's a body of work that you brought in your roots. Mm-hmm. You brought in. It was an album filled with a lot of diversity. Mm-hmm. You went in and, like, you know what, I want to try so many things. Mm-hmm. And do you think it reached its full potential?
So I always tell people this: it's a marathon race, not a sprint. I cannot use 3 years to make a body of work and promote it for 3 months.
Absolutely.
So I promoted me. If you know me, you know I promote my songs for lengthy periods. O2 alone, like the song O2 from Oxygen, I promoted it for 2 years. Do you understand? It's not about making Apple Music top 100 in the first week. It's tunnel vision for me.
I'm
making classics. I know it's not even shots. It's just facts.
We cannot be farming.
Yeah, I'm not making. I'm not trying to be the rave of the moment. I would never be the rave of the moment in Jesus' name. I'm trying to be. Yeah.
Why?
I want to be a classic artist, not the trending artist.
Oh.
So everybody has their own goal. Everybody has their own vision.
Yeah. Don't drop gem. Please, you gotta repeat that part again.
Yeah.
You said you don't want to be the rave of the moment in Jesus' name. Can
you
we all say amen?
Amen. No.
Okay.
Amen. You know what the moment means? Like, it's a quickie.
It's a quick, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to last forever, and that's why even the collaborations I did on the album are timeless artists only. Yeah, deep it.
Oxley don't drop jam. So in essence, right, this is a clear-cut conversation where you want to be able to differentiate making music for now and making music for a long time.
Forever, yeah.
And I think forever for me, longevity is very key. And longevity needs pace.
And patience.
That's good. That's good. We got to go on a break right now. Oxley's in the building. Thank you for showing up. This will be my last interview with you.
Wow.
I've spoken with you on the radio for this is the third or fourth time. And bro, you never changed. You're the same guy. Same real G. Always. Oxley, this day you meet day 1, day 10. I swear. So and back, we're going to talk about that sort of hold us. I don't think everybody knows about it. I think we need to touch on that. I love the fact that you brought there was a part that Oxley talked about, like, oh wow. You said you used to carry the masquerade, right?
Yeah. My dad casted me. Wow. Like, that was my dad casting me.
We need to come back on that conversation when we get back. Right? Listen, whether you like it or not, the song that's growing on me right now is Olulufe with Sarkodie. And it's on that album, right? Now I understand what you're trying to do. Hey, bad guy. We'll be right back. Yo, DJ Rabbit. It's your number one hit music station, 96.9 Cool FM. Do2dun's 20 years on radio. It's the last 1 week of it. And it's this you guys are hearing. The last time I was speaking to Oxlade on a radio station. We'll meet for streets.
Online in the world, we fly you to over 140 destinations, and with partners
I feel like I can brag about interviewing every single person. I don't think there's anybody in my head that is hot or not hot that I think was going to get hot that I've not brought on. I mean, that's wordplay. Bad guy. But the good thing is, I mean, one person I'm grateful for that I'm grateful that I met. And listen, it's nice when you are in an era of music and then you see things grow right in your eyes. Oxley is a good example of that person, right? And he held it down. You know the grill. Stubborn. Hey, stubborn. You know the grill for anybody, right? I think one of the most iconic conversation I had with you was, when you told me about the plans you have for your music, where you were going with this, and then suddenly I saw what you did on Colors. It just matched. So it's like you know what you want to do. You know where you're going to, right? But, sometimes expectations can be very high. Very, very high. And like you say, you take your time. You pace yourself. It's a thing you've always done, and before you even go on, I wanted to ask, why did you have a palm wine tree as your icon? Use a lot. That's the... Yeah,
the palm tree depicts the definition of my name itself, Olaoluwa Kitan, which means unending wealth, favor, and blessings from God.
Wow.
I feel like no matter how much you cut a palm tree, you cut the branches, pluck out the roots, cut the stems, as long as you don't uproot it from the soil,
wow,
it never dies.
I've wanted to ask why you use that emoji.
Yeah, it never dies. It always germinates. Also bears branches and bears fruit. So no matter how much life comes at me, as long as I'm not dead.
You've not told the story anyway.
There's always a rebounce.
Nobody knows this.
Yeah, that's the mystery about Oxley.
Oh, nice. The honest truth is, all of you that did that Greek, you know that you don't know this. Because now, that is smart. Yeah. Because now the truth is, if you do not uproot a palm tree,
from the
it
soil,
will keep growing.
As long as there's life, there's hope.
I love that. I love that. Now I understand. I don't learn something. Shout out to my Greek teacher. Hey, all of you do not know this. Don't lie. All of you. Because I'm like, what's the mystery behind this thing? Because we will use emojis. There's a reason behind this. Yeah. You're very traditional.
Intentional.
Why?
I was raised by the smartest woman alive, my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
She taught me everything about etiquette, culture, respect, value, life. So I'm just a blueprint of how she raised me and my mom.
That's a good thing. Now, you talk about the story of the masquerade.
Okay.
On your last listening of Offa, you brought a couple of guys.
Yeah.
And that story was deep. So I don't want to be the one to say it that way, right? But did you ever dance as a masquerade?
Yeah, I did. I'm deeply rooted into all forms of culture.
Wow.
Spiritually and physically. My father is the Balogun of Ekpe Kingdom.
Wow.
And I think he's the next king of the land. So basically, I was rooted into everything he did because he raised me that way. And, we used to carry a masquerade called Eko.
Eko, okay.
On a festival called Kila Jolu.
Okay.
And, he used to make sure his kids, partake in it. And I actually started off as a dancer. People don't know this. I used to be a dancer before I moved into music because, music was an easier part for me. And, I could sing, so why not just sing? So I had to pipe down the dancing, which has eventually came out. With, with bed challenges coming out.
But this time it's smooth now. Like, there's a finesse to it.
There's steez to it.
I get that. I get that.
My dad was just giving, appraisals to how much dedicated I am to my art from the infancy, from the beginning of, me being a kid. And it slipped out of his mouth and my listening, and that's how people knew that, I'm a cultural kid.
Crazy. Nobody should mess with Oxley, dude. You see, let me sound that one in now. Don't go and mess with Oxley, dude. This one get power. Because
fortified.
see, the thing is, the day he was like, he came. First of all, we were at a W bar. Everybody used to think, yeah, all bad and bougie.
Chilling.
And a guy just shows up. I say, don't go and fight Oxley, no, no problem.
My family made sure I stayed rooted to all forms of religious beliefs. My dad is a Muslim to start with. Yeah. My grandma is a deaconess, so I sang in the church choir. But Molo see they kill, you understand? So
they yell. This guy is falsified, though. Yeah.
It's two-factor authentication.
Even for you to do what you did, to dance as a masquerade, that is a big deal.
It is.
And see, he was very clear on the... it's not this one I have seen on the road.
You saw the masquerades on the listening
listen,
party.
I think that was the day I came, it was the best moment for me. Because, the thing is, you almost were telling everybody that I am a son of this soil. Leave all this bad and buju.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like buy. Anyway. So I just say,
the Oyinbo and the bouginess that comes with being an artist makes people forget like what the artist is really made of.
I get that.
I had to show it through the album because the album is called Oxlade from Africa.
Crazy. And it also means, offer. That's a big... I'm a Yoruba boy.
Yeah.
And I understand what it means when you say offer. Offer is aru. It can come from nowhere.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there is an understanding of what that means, So you've made it look so good and real. And I think for everything you've done, people hide away from their roots. And you didn't do that. And I think that's what I loved about that body of work and what you've done with your craft. And the thing is, I like to have a conversation with people I can learn from. There's nothing I'm not going to take today. Emma Lowaja Oxlade, you. What that means is don't go and find this trouble.
Mess around and find out.
Oxlade. Oh, man, it's always a pleasure to have you, right? This will officially be our last interview together. Well, we're going to see you on other things.
Yeah.
But on radio,
bro.
Yeah, that's what he is. Thank you for delivering the magic. Because I'll tell you what, you make our job a lot easier. Making good music, growing your fan base, growing your craft. Because it makes our job a lot easier. I would not come and brag about Oxlade and he's not doing what he should be doing. So when you work hard, and I tell people that I heard some hot tune and it's by this kid, and everybody say, oh yeah, it is. You backed it up. You just make that job a lot easier, right? Thank you so much. And you've done that over the years, so thank you very much, bro. Thank you so much.
Like, wait. Like, you've done that over the years. Like, trust me, the same manager you were telling the fans and the people about, happened to be one of my brothers, Somto. Shouts to Somto. He was my DJ on my Canada tour.
Yeah, I'm happy for putting him on.
Yeah, and before even us meeting you, we were always talking about your energy, your aura, what you've done for the game, what you mean to the game, and I personally, on behalf of like Afrobeats and African entertainment at large, want to say big thank you to you.
Thank you.
20-year-old Peking don't reach to marry.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So,
yes, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
I wish you and I pray for more blessings ahead.
Thank you very
for
much.
What you're about to, your endeavors generally. I love you. I'm sure you know that.
And I love you too, G. Honestly, man.
Yeah, man. God bless us too, man. Energy good. No be beans.
Thank you so much, Oxlade, right? And thank you so much for the team, everybody. Shout out to Giovanni. That's my guy, too. To the whole team, everybody, IJ, everyone. I think the truth is your energy is good. I saw you at the last listening. You greeted everybody, bro. Oh my God. What that means is you are a child, but like an elder in a young man's body. And you always, the way you've done that, you've stayed humble to your craft, and you've done that over the years, and I respect you for that, right? And for everybody who tuned in today, thank you very much. Shout out to DJ Rabbit for holding it down. You're my friend till Friday. Don't worry. Shout out to Yo, man.
Shout out to DJ Rabbit.
Yeah.
That transition game is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. It's bad going. Should I win? Yeah. Jenny. Worrying. That's a better decision. She's a witch. I mean, she's a good witch. And shout out to everybody, Ramon, and everybody who came through for me today, right? And I mean, what more can I say? It's we do it for the culture. It's more music, and please go and comp the album of Far. And right now, Olulufe is banging, right? Me personally, I'm going to drop my own video. I'm not even trying to play. I mean, I love the song. I love the dance routine. I mean, you've mastered this thing. I swear, you are the new palm tree. Back to the show. You know what? Get ready. Kevin Smalls will be coming through, and Gucci on the road show. And, 20 years on radio, the last radio bender. And, I mean, what more can I say? All right, this last 1 week. And Friday, I'll be dropping the microphone. And everybody else can pick it up, right? Like I always say, I'm deal to the TUN and you God. I'm out of here.